This is not water. And these are not vitamins. Ever since I watched the movie Limitless, I was obsessed with this idea that you could take one magic pill and all of a sudden unlock like 100% of your brain power and have more motivation than anyone else in the world and be able to get shit done. You know, that classic entrepreneur mentality that we have to just do more in order to make the thing grow. But after testing dozens of supplements and a lot of nootropics, I made 3 huge mistakes that I want you to avoid making. Mistake number 1 was thinking that nootropics and supplements could essentially make bad sleep habits and bad working out and eating habits just irrelevant, right? Take this pill and all of a sudden you'll feel like $1 million. You'll have more energy and motivation than anyone else in the world. That couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is, what Dr. Huberman said on his podcast is correct. If you could bottle a good night's sleep, you would have the most profitable product in the world, because nothing will supplement a bad night's sleep. So my mistake number 1 was not dialing in my sleep. And of course, same thing with my diet and my fitness routine as well. I noticed a dramatic difference taking supplements when I did have a good night's sleep versus when I didn't. Same thing with working out. If I had a good week of getting some exercise in, going out for a hike like this, I just performed so much better. And it was honestly something that I have never experienced with any sort of supplement or nootropic on the market. Mistake number 2 was thinking that a single supplement was the cure. Because the reality is there is no such thing as a magic pill. And even the YouTubers that come out and say, I superhero dosed creatine and did 30 grams a day for 2 months, they are honestly just trying to sell you something. Because what I experienced was that there are better ways to get more out of your brain power than just with one supplement. And what Dr. Huberman has said on his podcast is that if you pair certain nootropics and supplements, you can actually get better results than if you just took them alone. For example, L-theanine, which exists in yerba mate and also exists in matcha as well, pairs really well with caffeine and it actually performs better than if you were to take each of them as separate. And mistake number 3 was not working on the right things. Because listen, I want to level with you for a second. No amount of supplements or nootropics is actually going to move the needle on your business or on your growth or on your personal development or whatever you're trying to do with your unlocked brain power. The reality is, if you're not doing the actions that result in more customers, in more traffic, in more content published, in more of whatever makes your thing grow, then you are not going to get good results. So that is honestly my biggest takeaway, is that, hey, you can be as busy as you want writing a Google Doc, but the reality is if you're not publishing a YouTube video or growing your business with more ads or more traffic or improving something, then your energy and all your supplements and nootropics that you're taking are being wasted. So focus is my 3rd biggest mistake that I made and that I think you also need to be aware of. So make sure that you are focused on doing the right tasks, not just doing things. Because again, as business owners, we are supposed to be the CEOs. The get shit done mentality is going to leave you overworked and underpaid. Because as entrepreneurs, it's not what we do, it's how we do it. Because as entrepreneurs, at the end of the day, the CEO, your most important role is to think clearly and make decisions, not to get more shit done. And this is evident when you look at YouTubers, right? You can have one YouTuber who posts 100 videos and they don't put any effort in and they get a couple hundred views maybe. And you'll have another YouTuber who spends, 3 weeks making one video that gets 50,000 views and their business changes overnight. So being focused on the right things is the most important thing when taking any sort of nootropics or supplements. Okay, now here is my power stack. What I take every day in order to fine tune and unlock limitless brain power. Number 1 is I take 10 grams of creatine in my water every single day. Number 2 is I take some supplements, B complex. I take NMN, and I also take lion's mane, which is a mushroom extract. And I also have yerba mate, which contains L-theanine and caffeine. And then on top of that, I also take a lot of espressos. I love my espressos. I'll have, 2 a day easy. And I've found for me, this power stack has been the key to unlocking my motivation and my brain power. And when directing this brain power into a focused manner, like executing on my marketing strategy, I am getting insane results. So my recommendations, if you're looking for nootropics or supplements to unlock your brain power, is step 1, dial in your sleep, dial in your fitness, and dial in your diet. Step 2 is try testing out power stacks of multiple supplements and find what works best for yourself. And then step 3 is making sure you're focused, because if you don't have a marketing plan for your business, if you don't know what to do to move the needle, then you are just simply going to stay stuck. And if you need that marketing strategy, that step-by-step guide so you know exactly what to do to grow your business, use the link down below and join the Autogrowth Academy waitlist. And of course, if you're interested in business, marketing strategies, and growing a brand that is going to be life-giving, not soul-sucking, then subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.